Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video, and it's Christmas Eve, so I wish you the best holiday wishes. However you celebrate it, I hope you have a joyous time, and hope you're all healthy and safe. Tonight's video is about a little bit of change here. You notice the intro; it's very rough. I'm going to have to work on the compilation there. I was working on a montage sort of a deal. I may not stick with that. I don't know. But I'm really trying to begin to up the production value. I have a little bit of time here over the break, so it's been something that I've put on the back burner and I've just left there. So, I have a little bit of time. Might as well. I might as well go ahead and attack that, and I can use it at work as well. So, it's going to help out. Now, what we have here is some Gambit in the background. It's no big deal. That's not really what the video is about. I want to talk a little bit about the state of the game and how players are approaching that, and also the holiday event, which is currently going on, and that the dawning. And unfortunately, and I'm going to pull my headphones off because the background audio is too loud for me here to hear properly, and I don't really need this on at all, so forgive me. Anyway, much better. The dawning is currently going on, and right now, as of the recording here, we're on step 7, and it's something like 76%. And given that we're over halfway through the event, and it doesn't look like it's, we're at a rate that is going to see completion, it's going to be interesting to see what Bungie does, or if Bungie does anything to address that. And there are arguments that go both ways, and I know there are other streamers that are talking about this, but it is something that it occurred to me in the last few days because I've been kind of going after it, not because I care about the Dawning Awards, but more because it's a great opportunity to rank up. And if you don't know this, whether or not the community gets the final award or whether or not they get it, something you for sure will get, even if you can continue to participate in it, is your rank will go up, your season's rank. And quickly. I think if you turn in maybe 8 or 10 cookies, you'll go up a rank. And this past week, I've probably come up 15 ranks, and I've not really put that much effort into it. So that's one thing to consider. But in the grand scheme of things, people, the community, really do get upset if there's something out there to attain and they can't attain it. And in this case, no fault of their own, because one person alone cannot dictate whether or not this will be successful. It's by design a community goal. And that begs the question, is it proper then for Bungie to allow the community to fail if Bungie set an arbitrary number as the goal for community participation? I don't know. One group of people made the argument that if they do step in again, all it teaches people is they don't really have to work at it because they're going to get the awards anyway, because Bungie will always make some kind of an adjustment. On the other hand, and I kind of agree with that to a point. But the other side of that is there are people who will be extremely unhappy, very OCD, and very unhappy if they are left out of something they could have had because it was depending upon group participation. And I've mentioned many times that I'm a teacher by trade, and what you have kids that would do anything other than work in a group project with others because they just hate working with others so much because they do not like to have their fate tied to the work ethic of others. And again, I'm not placing any value on people who don't want to participate in this because, I understand that too. I mean, it's thin in terms of the awards, and they either appeal to you or they don't. The weapons are okay, but once you get a couple of really good rolls on the fusion rifle, the submachine gun and the LMG are just okay. The submachine gun is going to be okay until it gets nerfed because it has Firefly on it right now, which Bungie has said is an accident. So once they take that out, it'll just be something that you put in your vault and you never use again. And I assume they will take it out. They don't want Firefly on a primary. I mean, they've stated that many times. So there you go. Well, elemental damage, I should say. And the Firefly effect is solar, and yeah. There are a lot of counter arguments to that one too, but that kind of pulls things aside a bit more than I want to go. In the end, I guess I'm thinking that since Bungie set an arbitrary goal, they're in a no-win situation with the people who will never forgive them if they don't make an adjustment. And I think the smart move for them would be to go ahead and scale it back or put in some kind of a multiplier and go ahead and get the award out, make sure that people get it this time that are trying, who care about it. But in the future, think of a different way to put together community events, because this is a failed model. It clearly is, because they can't find the level to which they want, or that they can get people to participate. And you know, when you put something out like that and it's determined by people's willingness to grind stuff that's not fun to grind, I mean, it's doomed to fail. And speaking of failing, that's what I just did there. I was carrying a Mida. What are you going to do? I was just trying to keep them off of their bank as long as I could. So my thought is they need to go ahead and make an adjustment. That's where I would fall out on it. I understand both sides of it, and I can see why people might argue the other way, and you know, your opinion's valid, but I don't think Bungie wants to be in a situation where they have to defend setting an arbitrary goal on a grindy event. Not as bad as Season 11, Season of the Worthy, or Season of the Worthless, if you remember that public event where they had millions of participations that had to occur to you know, complete that. That was silly. This isn't that bad, but it's kind of bad. Beyond that, also, I guess I would comment that we're in the middle of the season now, and it's starting to get a little grindy on some activities, and this is the point at which a lot of people have reached their max light level and they've stopped going after events. That's probably discussion for another video. But yeah, if you're watching this and you have a comment on whether or not Bungie should make an adjustment, go ahead and put it below. If you're interested in such a thing. But I just wanted to put that out there and also kind of test this out. Let me know what you think about that, and or the background music. I let it loop, and I also wanted this to go long enough to be able to hear that. So you know, a little bit of a rambling post tonight. Not much exciting gameplay there, but let's face it, I'm not an exciting game player anyway. So anyway, I hope you have a great Christmas, and you know, I'll see you again soon. This is Iron Bill, and I'm signing off.